Hello everyone. Welcome to the stream. Welcome. And welcome Caledorn. Fancy meeting you here. Hey everyone. So we just got started. Tonight we're playing Eco. And we're going to get to work, yes. Thank you, Ghost. We are gonna get started here. I need to adjust my microphone, of course. Because reasons. Yeah, phasing, because you're never around here. So some changes have been made. Some changes are still being made from what you probably saw last week. I'm gonna go around and take a look and see what might be up. See what you haven't seen yet, at least. I think I did all this after. Did I do all this after the last stream? God, I don't even remember. I finished this this part of the base. There are 2 rooms here now. And mostly there's 2 rooms in order to... Hey, Jake. Hey, Caledorn, and hey, Phasian. Mostly there are 2 rooms in order to have 2 of the same machines without affecting the... Thank you for claiming first, also, Jake. 2 of the same machines times 2, actually, here, without affecting the bonuses that we have on those for our professions. So this is Caledorn's room over here, and this is Wally's room over here, for the most part. So, yeah, there's stuff going on. And then the plan is, in this back room, that I haven't dug out yet, the plan is to build another just tier 1 mortared sandstone room back here as kind of like a rear, I don't know, defensive wall or defensive area here outside of my my Jesus store. I came over to be... I must have shown you the Jesus store at some point. But, yeah. Got the Jesus store here. Alright, so let's see. What else do we have going on? I'm in the process of actually pulling out this this brick room here. As you can see, I already replaced the ceiling. Yeah, yes, it's a speakeasy too while we're at it. So I'm in the process of removing this room. These machines actually won't work right now because, well, I reduced the room tier by replacing it with mortared stone, and also I took the chimney out, so it doesn't go outside anymore. But that stuff's gonna get moved. How does it feel to be on my own? On my own as in the game? Or on my own as in on the stream? But anyway, so I'm going to move those back here, probably into Caledorn's room, although I could put them also in here, I suppose. Haven't decided yet, but those cement kilns are going to come back here someplace. So, what else have I done? Oh yes, I have done some building. And that's what we're going to partially work on tonight, is some more building. I have started building, finally, what will become the actual house, as opposed to the building we've been using for ages as a simulation of a house. I have 1 story built. It's going to be 8 stories, I think, when I'm done. I'm going to temporarily put in a wall here, or a couple walls here, and partition it off, so I can have multiple rooms. Yeah, Technicolor Ghost was deemed second, but was first. So this is in progress here, but this is going to be all limestone, and it's going to be like 60-something blocks tall. So it's going to take me a little bit of work. That was already a lot of limestone to build that much, and I'll show you in a moment here how much limestone it actually was. And then I'm going to do some landscaping here to bring this down to a reasonable height. Like this mountain that I'm standing on is going to come down, and it'll be a little bit more in line with the building itself. But that'll be good. So let's go down into the mine. Because Og made us a toy to play with the other day. Yesterday, the day before, something like that. So down here in the mine, I don't know, I'm assuming y'all remember the limestone room here. Well, it's gotten a bit bigger. Let me put a little thing here so I can jump up. Maybe? Okay, fine. Let's staircase. So I found where where the limestone ends, which is kind of fun. This whole level here, I think this whole level here, these three blocks here and above, I dug out by hand. And then yesterday or the day before, Og gave me a skid steer. And that makes this digging a little bit faster. So we're going to jump in that in a minute. I have some spare fuel down here. I'm only putting one fuel can in at a time. One of the things with a lot of games, and Eco is no exception, is when you put a unit of fuel in, it's immediately put in the consuming spot. And then you can't get it back no matter how much or how little you use. So because I want to keep moving the skid steer around because I only have one, I'm only putting up one fuel can in at a time in case I want to move it instead of continuing in this particular mine. And where I'm moving it around to is a couple different places. And somehow I have a stupid elk in my mine. It's been down here for ages. Is potentially here where the iron is. Oh, I forgot there was sandstone here. Oopsie. So here where the iron is, that's one potential, and it just depends on what I'm wanting to deal with next, kind of thing. Any level, literally any level where there's sandstone, which is any level, just about, and then in here, where I've been digging out some coal, as you can see, the skid steer made quick work of the coal, because this is all the farther I dug out by hand. Was actually, well, where you can see the floor above is what I dug out by hand, because the skid steer can only reach up 4 blocks. So the top 2 blocks there I'm going to have to dig out by hand, because I wasn't thinking when I started digging this and I dug it out at 6 high instead of 4 high. So, will you get out of here? I guess I need to make a bow and shoot you. As you can see where that ended, that's because I ran out of gas, but I wanted to move it down into the limestone mine, because I need to mine some more limestone so that I can build some more house. So let's come down here, and you can I'll show you all how the kind of derpiness works a little bit with the skid steer. So pretty standard controls, except that it gets a little overzealous sometimes. And I guess I should dig this down at 4 instead of 3, but because I have that single block above in some places where it was like tucked under the sandstone, I didn't want to reach it. That's why I'm doing 3. And it's fine, it gets there eventually. The skid steer holds a lot of whatever you're digging. It can be rock, it can be ore, it can be and then it gets full and then you're done. It can be sand or dirt. It doesn't really matter. It'll dig anything. Oopsie. Smash the wagon there. Why did that not pick up the last bit? Interesting. Why did it not fill the last container when I was digging? Alright, well anyway. And then you just gotta unload it. I mean, it picks up almost an entire stockpile. It's just slightly less than a steam truck. I think it's probably right around where what are the derpy trucks called? What are those things called? The powered carts. It probably holds about that much, which is good. I mean, it's not great. This would be even more useful if I had a helper standing around, ready to pull the limestone out of the hopper at every opportunity, and transfer it into a stockpile or some other kind of storage as it was getting full. But either way, it works fine. You just got to drive it around a little bit, and we're done. Yeah, it didn't grab that last one again. It's weird. Why is it not filling up the last spot? Oopsie. That's not what I wanted you to do. Nope. And then, like all the vehicles in Eco, you have to target the right spot in order to hit the storage. The wheels usually, the bucket does, but if you target anywhere where your character is going to sit, then it puts you in the vehicle, just like the truck does, and A couple of the other things do too. The other heavy industrial tool in this game is an excavator, and we saw one, I think, in the last stream. I think it was maybe Marshall or Mahmoud had one at their place, and it's really useful for digging down. The skid steer not so much. I actually have to kind of prime the hole where the in order to drive the skid steer down in order to dig. Like, you can't just put it in there. You have to actually, you can't just make it dig down very easily. You have to actually help it dig down, and then it can dig down. At least as far as I know. It used to dig down a little bit better, but since 8 or 9.0 for sure, it doesn't as easily, if at all. I want to get a couple of stockpiles worth of limestone so I can start up the recipe and start crafting. And then go and do some... It is fun. It is fun indeed. It's just a little derpy with the turning and stuff. Like, if you get too carried away, it'll swing around. And then it'll just go crazy. But I never get carried away or anything. But yeah, this is... You know, it's kind of unfortunate in a way that this is basically the end game before you can build these, because you need to have industry and electronics and oil drilling all going before you can build one of these, and the excavator too. And there's also a crane, which I've never really gotten the crane to work myself. I tried it once and I was never able to get it. Oh, that was sarcasm, Calendar. You didn't pick up on that? Was I saying? Oh, so the crane I've never actually gotten to work the way that I think it should work, but I may be misunderstanding how it works because I know people have used them to success before. So I should try one again. I should convince Og to make one. And then... Ah, gotcha. Yes, that is true. Sometimes it is better, or more fun, rather. That's the better word to use. It's more fun to take sarcasm without the sarcasm and then make fun of it. Yeah, I agree. And as we've said, I don't mind you picking on me for things of that nature. Because that's also fun. Due to certain physical attributes, I was made fun of a little as a kid, but I rather enjoy the banter style stuff as a rule of whatever. Rule of thumb, I guess. As a rule? I guess just as a rule. Oh, I forgot about the 4th level up there. Okay, it was just going. And even when you drive, sometimes it gets a little rocky. And you can get pretty precise with it, though, which is nice. Getting full, though. But this load will be it, I think, for right now. We'll go up and set up a new recipe, assuming I have enough steel. If I don't have enough steel, I'll have to go see what Og has, or spend the rest of my Ontario credits to get some more from him. Because I can't make it myself, and you need steel to make Ashlar building blocks, so there's that. And I won't be able to get into that space there because there's only 2 there, but I'll just do this, and then I'll get that with the pickaxe later. Oops, wrong way. Okay, let's do... back up, keep backing up. Let's do this one. And it's full, and I wasn't thinking about it being full. Alright, and then let's see. You go there. And you go there, and yeah, okay, those stockpiles are full too. Although there is another one that I have access to a reach to, so let's do that also. I just have to use this cart to reach it. There it is. Go in there. Actually, those 8, I think I'm going to leave in the skid steer because they won't. I won't be able to use them anyway. Or will I? I might be able to. I'm not going to worry about it. Okay, so that was 3 stockpiles and a bit. Let's grab some of this. I'm going to drop it into Big Bertha. Yeah, I had 8 left over, so I would have actually been able to use some of those. Wait, didn't I transfer the... Am I losing my mind? Oh, that was those 3. Never mind. It was those few, yeah. I think. Let's grab... Yeah. 6 and 7. Go to 5. Let's just go ahead and grab those. That'll be fine. I should actually go mine one more block, just to make my life a little bit easier. Go to 5 and 3 there. Go mine one more block. No, that's not where we're going. Wrong way. It's over here. The reason for one more block is to have an even stack of 20. Because the Ashlar uses 10. Wait, does it use 10? Yeah, pretty sure it uses 10. At the level I'm at, the skill level I'm at. And so I need to go set that recipe up because we don't have any room. Alright, so I'm going to set it up for probably about twice as much stone as it sees right now, because we'll have to move that stone around. As you can see, it was pretty full of coal because, well, I put a lot of coal in there. So let's do 120. It's more than I have by quite a lot, but we'll stuff more in there. And then I need to get some more mortar. It looks like about 100 and something mortar. And these are not cheap to make. They cost a lot of food. Basically, it was two full servings of food. Let's see, I have some more mortar being made. Or actually, it's finished now. Put that here. Okay, I already copied. I moved all that stuff up. Guess this can go down here. Except for one of you because of stack reasons. Stay there. Okay, let's go up to the house and see... Actually, let's walk over to Og's place first, because he's done some changes. When we played last week, last Friday was it? I think. I don't think Og had done this stuff yet. I don't think he'd built these new. These are the steel shipping containers. They're a bit bigger. They are 3x3x8, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 3x3x9. Whereas the ones that I have, and these ones over, which are these ones over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Those are 2x2x6. So they have. Wait, 1938 and 18 is 56, and the steel ones have 19 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is 114 plus 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So that's 128. So they're more than twice the size capacity-wise. So those are really nice to have. And I think he has also done some digging out down below too that we should take a look at, because he's been mining iron and smelting like crazy, and not keeping up with the demand that I have for the Ashlar, but that's okay because he's also demanding the Ashlar. I don't like this game. You know what? This is a Unity game. I wonder if I can add that parameter in Steam and make it not disable the sound when I tab out. I should try that. Next time. Next time I play. Because there's no audio setting that is something like... Oh, I should change that too. Or is it just for the voice chat? All the elevator needs is droopy. But there's no setting here that says keep playing the music in the background or whatever. So that's kind of annoying. So I'm not sure what the pile of dirt there is for underneath, other than to stop the elevator from coming down all the way, but I don't know why he would want to do that particularly. But anyway, so Og's got this all dug out down here. We're just a few blocks above bedrock here. This is at level 4. Eventually, that tunnel that I was digging through the Nice last time will come in... I guess it'll come in like right over here someplace. I think right around in here. And actually, one of these recharges, or one of these times I run out of gas, I should come down here and finish that tunnel. But it'll come in down here, 4 blocks below where he's got his floor here. So I'm gonna have to encourage him to continue digging out the floor and have it all the way down to 0. But as you can see, he's done a little bit of digging. He doesn't clean up after himself, as you can also see, which is a good thing. The game doesn't have the problems that it used to have with that anymore, because yeah, the rubble doesn't cause lag at all like it used to. We used to have to force people to clean up after themselves, and we could use some elevator music too. We used to have to force people to clean up after themselves, and even have to run a mod that would clean up after them because they wouldn't do it. And now it doesn't really matter. It's fine. The only problem the real problem I have with the elevators is how slow they are. I would like for it to be a half again faster, maybe. It's just so slow. But over here, Og has been working on... He's been using the Ashlar to build a new workshop, a new... a new tier 4 workshop here. Actually, he's done with it. Oh, good. The old one was the one over here, which was mortar or reinforced concrete, and so he's moving everything into here now. It doesn't need to be tier 4, it only needs to be tier 3, but the Ashlar looks, I don't know, 1,000,000 times better than the concrete does. So even Ashlar Sandstone, as much as Caledon complains about the Sandstone, even Ashlar Sandstone looks 1,000,000 times nicer than the whatchamacallit. I can't remember the reinforced concrete. Okay, so let's go up on the roof of the shop there and keep working on the house. I'm only using 2 or 3, I guess, different block types, different Ashlar forms. There's a bunch of forms, and I should show you guys what all those look like, because it's really nice looking stuff. But I'm not using them. I might use them after I finish building the structure, like as decoration. But, so of course we have the cube. We always have the cube. We have this full wall, which looks cool, but only if you use it as a pillar. If you put it in, where it's like in a row, like this, then only the end pieces have that decoration on there. So it might work okay on like a piece that's stuck out, although it doesn't clip to the walls properly either. So it's not everything I thought it could be, but that's okay. This is the floor piece, so it's got the nice flooring that you can see here. Flooring pattern. I'm not entirely sure why they chose this pattern for the edges of the flooring. but you know, that's kind of consistent across all their stuff. So there's that. This is that that flat roof block that I'm using in the shop as the top of the wall. I would use it here too, except for that I'm using the regular walls, which are narrower, and these cannot be narrowed at all, so they'd look goofy on top of the regular walls. So I didn't use them. And then we have the walls, which you can see those easily enough. Although I'm using everything's all jagged because I'm making this a circle, except for this, I guess. So this here is just the plain wall as well. Oops, let's do a rectangle. Gotta jump to get it. I should have left a couple of those out. There. And I don't have enough. And then we have windows, which you can see that I'm using those. The windows are kind of nice because they do meld together. The default window looks like this. This is the window piece. But as you stack them on top of each other, the lower ones change to the other form, and you can stack them up as high as you'd like, and they keep adapting that form. There's also a double window, which would be probably to embed into like the cube wall or the full wall, like this, and then you would build the double window like that. So like maybe like a basement window or something along that line. But those are nice if you have that kind of need. I don't know why I'm yawning so much again already. Probably because I had to get up early today. There's a fence, which the fence, if you just look at it, it's like, oh, well, that looks kind of like the floor piece, plus maybe, I don't know, a little bit different decoration. But if you actually extend it out to be a line, then you do get fences. And it does have a, can I switch? No. What kind of? It does have a pattern, like a surface pattern that's similar to the floor pattern. But it does give you that stone fence look once you stretch it out 3 blocks or longer. All the roofs for the endgame materials have this metallic look to them. So it kind of meshes together. Let me actually put like the sloped roof down next to it. You can see that, and then you can have, you know, different angles of slopes like this one, and the corner piece like this, and they all kind of mesh together in a way. And then you can put a pitched roof on the top. There you go, like that. Also, so there's those, and then this is the same as the pitched roof, except that it gives you the gable. So if you wanted to have a gabled roof, you could do that with that. Whoa, where did I clip into now? Well, that's good. Good job, game. And now I'm down in the shop. Okay. Sure, game, thank you. I could fly and cheat my way back up there, but I'll do it the normal way here. Is that all the roof pieces? Yeah. Okay, and then we have, then there's slopes, which a lot of them look like the roof pieces, except that they have a stone pattern on the surfaces rather than the metallic. So you could use these for your roof if you wanted to, if you wanted the stone roof as opposed to the if you wanted to have the stone roof as opposed to the metallic roof. And then there's under roof pieces like this. So if you had like an overhang or something, you want to have like a point or like a, whatever you want to call it, like a upside down V-shaped piece. And then the under slope as well, under corner, and the under slope side. And then there's these half slopes here that you have as like a just to have the half height slope, like that and like that. And then there's a column, which all the forms have columns. And the column piece sort of extends itself like that as you block them together, just like the other, even the basic forms, the early forms do. And then there's chimneys, which are kind of interesting. So they've got a different design to them than the other blocks. And they stack up, and at the top of the chimney is a grate opening for the chimney. So depending on how I handle the chimney for the... what's it called? The cement kilns, I may use an ashlar block for that. There's all these scroll pieces too, which are kind of neat. There's the side scroll piece like this, and there's a vertical scroll piece like this. And then there is, what's this one? Oh, this one's laying on its side. This one's the side one, that one's the bottom one. There's a side scroll like this, going one direction and then going the other direction. Nope. Wait a minute. You can't do... Interesting. How are you supposed to do the opposite of that? Interesting. They have a corner scroll piece here. Maybe when they snap together, they look better. I'm not sure. I've never actually built with these scroll pieces, but some of these scroll pieces are what I might do as a decoration. There's another corner, the inner corner, like that, and then this one is the opposite of that corner. So I may use some of this scroll work stuff for decoration on the outside of the building once I have it built, but it's going to take a lot of bricks to build. And then there's a million stair pieces. You can see these ones are this piece here, and then we have the underneath one. We have the floating one where it doesn't have the full block filled in like that. That's good if you want to have staircases above each other, for example. Then there's a ladder, which this is the only stone form that has a ladder, I think. I don't think the reinforced concrete does, but you can see the ladder there in ghost form. There's a corner stair, floating stair. There's a inner corner floating stair, and then there's the solid outer corner and inner corner. And then there's these pieces which you could see outside that I haven't set up outside. But these are different slopes. These are four slope, kind of like the ramps in the roads, and they add a nice decoration as well if you have like a gable or something that you want to have decoration for. So what I want to work on now is I want to finish. Well, first of all, I want to finish this wall. No, we need more blocks. There we go. Oh, oops. And then I think I need to also remove this staircase and put in a ladder instead. Because I want to close it up a little bit better. And then I'm actually going to be knocking down the house, the old part of the house here pretty soon, actually. Let's do a ladder instead. There it is. I think I don't want to put it there. I'm going to put it right here next to the door. Okay. And then you come out. And then this can go in 2 more. 1. There you go. And then I can fix this also. This part. And we need floor pieces for this. Is that all of them? No, there's... Oh, that's the wall. That's the wall, yeah. I thought I clicked the floor. There we go. And then I put a stockpile up here because I'm going to need to do some building up here, but I just noticed that this is actually in the wrong spot. It needs to be over by 1 more there. So let's do... I'm going to show you how... Like the building with these, this is where the crane might be useful. because the crane has the ability to use multiple, more than one stack of block at the same time. And we use line mode here. If I can get it figured out and get it to work, then it'll be really useful. But I haven't gotten it to work yet. Yes, ghost form, Technicolor ghost. I just saw that. Sorry. That's right up your alley. See, there, and more. So the thing is, each block of Ashlar uses 10 limestone, which is half a stack. Or no, it does use 9.5. It says it right there. Each block uses 9.5 limestone. So that's just slightly less than half a stack. And that's because I have the ability, this ability here, which is the lavish workspace, which if you're ever going to play this game, I recommend you always take this ability over the other option. It's the other one, by the time you get to this point in any skill, the alternate is to reduce the building tier requirement by 0.2. But if you've already built the building to house the tables, why do you need to reduce the building tier requirement? If you already built the building to house the tables, to make the stuff to skill up the skill, with the exception of like glass and something else, then why would you want to take the one to reduce the requirement when you already have the building built to house the tables that are making the stuff to skill you up? So I always take the lavish workspace because it gives you that 5% reduction. It's a multiplicative reduction with the with the reduction caused by the module. So like I have the 50% module in there, so normally it's 20 stones. The 50% module brings it down to 10, and then the lavish workspace brings it down to 9.5. It doesn't take it down by 55%, it takes it down by 50% and then by 5%. If that makes sense. 5% off of the 50% off, not 55% off. Whatever. Oh, Og just went inactive. There's a activity timer in the game. I'm skipping that space on purpose. There's an activity timer in the game that if you don't play at least a little, basically every day, the game will start classifying you as inactive. And once that happens, you join it. You leave the active demographic that it just showed, and this is part of the law system, the government system. And then if there's laws written, based on your membership in that demographic, then then things can happen. So once you haven't played for like 5 days or 7 days or whatever it is, you become classified as abandoned instead of inactive. And once you're abandoned, then maybe the government will write a law that your property can be claimed and then resold, or a variety of different things. Actually, do I want to keep building this wall, or do I want to... No, I don't want to keep building this wall. I want to actually put this back downstairs. No, leave them up here for right now. I want to go in and clean out the first 2 floors of the house here. I took out... I should have thought about that. I also should have thought about that I don't have a wall there. Oh, we'll figure that out eventually. I want to go into the house here, the first 2 floors of the house, and clean out the stuff that's in here. Can I see all 4 braziers from here? No, but I don't want to. So that's fine. I'm just going to drop this coal into... Or maybe I can't see them all. 1, 2... Yeah, I can see them all from here. I'm going to drop the coal into the kiln, though. Just because. How much longer do these have on them? Yeah, 5 hours. I'm not waiting. Pick the stuff up. So the stuff here on this floor and the stuff on the floor just above us, I'm going to actually move into the new house. And into the 2 rooms that are in the new house. Let's do a little imbalance, but I think I'll do the living room back here. This is just this is also just temporary until I get the whole house built, and then I'm gonna actually be buying some crazy. You had a subliminal message? Oh, you did. Oh, you're trying to be tentacle bot now, or butt spot tentacle bot now, huh? The bot's funnier. If I had I guess gimmick's a bad word, I suppose, but if I had a thing like that in my channel, I guess I could have a shoot bot. That would be an option. I should add buttspot to my channel also, and make some amusing somethings with it. I want to get up there, so let's just grab some of these and build another ladder. What are you going to do inappropriately? And yes, I've read what you wrote, but I'm substituting in the actual words. I guess I should leave that stockpile there for work and stuff. So this goes down also into the kiln. Just to get it out of the way. I'm guessing, yeah, the other kiln's a low end. Of course, the heresy bot, yes. And I probably won't keep all of this furniture, but for right now I'm going to keep it just because it counts. Put the light over here, put a mill next to it, maybe. Yeah, right there. But yeah, it's if I come up with a good word for the sort of theme or the whatever you want to call it of my channel, and I think that you know, whatchamacallit that I just said could be a good option. Ooh, let's do that face instead. But we'll see. Shoot. It could be a shoot bot, since everyone was so amused by all the shoot stuff in Factory Town that I was compelled to make a to make the bot in Discord do that. I mean, I had no choice but to do that. So this is gonna kill the house score for a moment or 3, as yeah, until I finish that wall. Yeah, I should go and install it, or whatever you do. Installing is probably not the right word, but direct its attention in this direction. You know, the other thing that I want to do is I want to do the emoji thing where when somebody uses an emoji in chat, it floats around on the screen for a minute. I think that would be fun thing as well. Oh, I forgot the windmills are attached to the front of the house here. What I should probably do for those, ooh, yeah, I should do that for those, is build like a tower off of the roof, the peak of that roof down there on both sides, and mount the windmill on top of the roof. That would be a good idea, I think. Just gonna wear the crap out of my hammer. I should have grabbed a cart too and brought it up here. I could still grab one. Can I reach it from here? No, I'm too far forward. Doggone it. Oh well. Sorry, I had to look at something there. What requires a bit of Adobe? And yeah, I'm horrible at graphic arts, so if anyone would like to help on those fronts, then I am most appreciative. Why does that look weird? Oh, right, because it's almost all mortared stone and very no, that's not the right. It's not the right ladder. No, actually, it doesn't. I have the instructions. I've had the tab open in Chrome for like a million years and haven't done it yet. It's actually an overlay that you can add in. So I just need to do it. I'll send it to you if you want to take a look at it though later. But it's actually just a it's just an overlay in like stream elements. Yeah. I haven't... So... Yeah, I was just looking at the random thing. I'm not, I don't know that I'm adventurous enough to want to have the specific thing doing the thing. But if you're bored one day, by all means. But I haven't done a lot of work, Ghost, on the on overlays and stuff like that. I would like to, but I'm not artistically talented at all. Speaking of which, Caladorn has been manipulating my my satisfactory calculator spreadsheet lately, and now has it looking a little bit nicer than it looked when I had it going. So if anyone is interested, there will be an update that I'll publish with some of Caladorn's changes, probably in the next few days. It's all of like the cosmetic stuff, the crap that I'm not good at. But it'll be an improvement anyway. Because I have no right brain at all. I am right brain dumb. So, yeah. It was nice of Caladorn. Plus, I mean, to be fair to Caladorn, or well, to be unfair to Caladorn, exactly. And to be unfair to Caladorn, it was for his own benefit, but that's fine. But there's no reason why I shouldn't, when he sends me the style, right, that's what I don't really get about stuff that's, you know, I get it when you get to stuff like, you know, intellectual property, stuff that you invest a massive amount of time into and you want to recuperate your expenses in whatever way. But when you're doing something like that and someone else might benefit from it as well, you know, why not be a little bit socialist about it? I need to, I think, make some more sandstone, mortared sandstone for this, to replace this this bit of ceiling here with the mortared sandstone instead of the mortared limestone. I don't think I have very much, if any. But I do have some sandstone to make it out of. Somebody sold me some. That was nice of them. Let's see, mortared stone. Let's just do like 80. I'm gonna need more for other things anyway, so I'll just do like 80. And let's do mortared sandstone. Yeah, don't tell Caladorn that well, Caledon's helping heretics. That would be... Oh, let me grab that wagon, that cart while I'm here. Because his head might explode if he found out that Caledon was helping heretics. Why is that stuck? Oh, the limestone. I need to move the limestone too. Let's go back in the mine and move the limestone over. It got to the point, to the just past halfway point. Get out of the freaking mine, moose. You go there. Let me dump some of this coal into this place so I have a little more room to move around. 3 there. And we're about 100 short. Do I have that 100 stashed someplace else? I have not watched your video today because you were streaming during my video watching time. But thank you for the plug and whatnot. I might need to go mine some more. I don't think, maybe I didn't mine enough. Yeah, I'm going to go mine another 100. Oh, there's more down here. Oh, there's more down here. It's a whole nother stockpile full. Okay. That one, we can go up by 2. So, and then we can drag from 5. Can I get it all the way into the correct destination? Yes, I can. But I don't think all of it. Nope, not all of it. Let's put this into 1, I guess. Then I can move it over later. Heretics are people too. Oh. Let's see. I got the cart, the wagon. Cart? Yeah, it's a cart. Well, yeah, clearly a robot. Robots are people too? What? Let's put this here. Can I reach? Can I reach? Yes, I can. Let's grab a bunch of that for right now. If I take this roof off right now, the mortared sandstone will stop making. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 50 because I has counting, and I happen to have 51 here. So I'm gonna start tearing it apart. Fish are friends, not food. I don't know about that. Well, actually, I do know about that. I'm not a big fan of fish. That's fine. Carry on. Oopsie. And I'm actually going to build this area here slightly different. I have an idea that I'm going to have to experiment with a little bit, so I wanted to do this part on stream just so you guys could participate in the experimentation. But I want the overhang above the door to look nicer. So let's place this down as a roof cube, rectangle. And let me reach as far as I can reach there. Go as far as I can get here. Can I do this over here then? No. Denied. Okay, let's just do a small swath then. That. And then again. Here. Okay. And I think what I want... I don't know. I don't know what I want. I think I want to do it like this to start with. I guess we'll go there, because that's all we can do. And then I'll pick up the rest of these. What I want to do is something like... Everything should start working again. Why you not work? Disabled. Oh, there we go. Now it should start again. No? Yes, okay, good. That's what I'm working on. Working on telling you what I want. I want to do like an overhang like this. And I think this is the way that it would work out okay. Should I continue one this way like this? That's one option. Well, actually, let me do each edge as a different option. And we can decide together what we want, what we really, really want. Drop those in there too. Grab a stack of these. Columns. I kind of built these buildings too close for columns, but I like the cut of your jib. So we could do it like this, where it's where the overhang is like 2 blocks away from the door. Oopsie. Jump. There we go. Or we can do it where the overhang is more like 1 block away from the door. I'm not sure which one's going to look better. So that's why I wanted to vote. Let's see. This will be this one. And then we need to have... Huh? Why you not work? This goes here. And that one goes there. And I was also potentially going to could do the roof overhang all the way around the building, like the visible part of the building. Maybe that's an idea too, instead of having it tuck in like that. I think the nearer edge is better. I don't know, what do you guys think? The right side or the left side? Indeed. The other option is to change the column in from make it here up to there. The other option, the other thought, without changing too much of this, just so I don't have to undo it, would be to do something like this and just pretend with me for a moment there, but to go all the way across like that. And even go around the edge like this, so there's kind of an overhang all the way around to where it hits the dirt over there. I don't know, what do you guys think about that option? And then what do I do with this bit here? Do I bring the whole thing down? Do I just make it a flat roof there? Yeah, like an eave. Should I do the eave all the way across, at least all the way across the front, or should I just do it above the door? I want it above the door. And I think I'd like, if I'm going to do it above the door, I think I'd like that end where it's just 1 block away instead of this end that was 2 blocks away. But I might like it all the way across. I guess it would also be there too. And then the Caledon column, would you do You have to take this block out too. Like that. That's sitting on top of the wall. In that case, then I think I would replace this window set here. Probably not with columns because they won't mesh with the windows properly. There'll be this... Oh, I can't place the column there? Oh, yes, I can. Because they don't... You get the gap. You get the air gap. So I think here, then I would do this. Maybe? Then I think... I want to fill this in here. Isn't it ionic? Don't you think? I like the column skeleton. I do. We could, if I did the eave all the way around, also, here's a crazy thought. Paladin grok's that. Okay. If I did the eave all the way around, let's just simulate this a little bit. Nope. Missed. Dang it. Alright, I'll just climb up there again. I gotta be difficult, game. Since the calendar... Oh, of course, I'm out of stones. There's more made. Just out. Oh, there's one in there, too. Where's the rest of them that are made? Get... Here. Let me just grab 9, actually. The columns here on the corners? That's what I was thinking, yes. Let's do this. Like that. This eave could go all the way around till we hit pay dirt there. And I want the building to poke out of the mountain like this. And it's actually going to get more interesting if my idea pans out here, which I'll show you in a moment. And then we just do a column here. Like that. What do you think about that one? I think I like that idea. Having the columns there on the corner, like offset from the corner. Like it's not part of the building, it's just there to hold up the eave. And I mean, I could extend this eave out even further. This could come out 2. Which is an idea. Is the front eave could come out 2 squares instead of just 1. And that would also have the added benefit of doing away with this stupid here. Well, I guess I should have left that there just in case. Just in case I don't like it. Let's do a line just to make my life easier here. And go however many I have, which isn't very many. What if I poked this eave out that far instead? Is that better or worse? Having the front one be out by 2. Or, well, then I have to change where that pillar is. What are we doing? Oh, is it an ionic? Oh, I got it too. I just, yeah. That was bad even for me. So I would have to move the pillar out then, which isn't a problem. But I don't know, or we could do... Yeah, I think that might be an option, because then up there it takes care of the problem with the, as long as you guys think the double eave looks okay here. It fixes this problem here with this building. I don't know. What do you guys think? Yay or nay? I just hydrated, Jake. Okay. So I'll make the tweaks then to the So the build up here. I'm also kind of letting that limestone build. That's why I'm puttering with this, because I'm letting the limestone make. So now that one I need to do. Posture check. Put these in now as rectangles instead. Oops. Rectangle. Or cubes, or whatever they're called. Alright, I'll move that out. I'll leave this alone here then, because that might be undone. The part that I just undid is fine to be undone. Let's take this part out. This part out. Let's see. This is going to be one of these roofs. And then we need a column. There. And then the cube here. Windows here. And then the regular wall here. Oh, this isn't going to work. Unless I make this a cube. Because of the stupid way the game draws the walls. They don't snap properly when they are north-south wall, when you want a north-south wall. So unless I do it that way, it doesn't work. Which I guess that looks okay. Or I could even change these two to make them match as well. I will not show that end because that end doesn't have the pillar in the right place. Oof, oof. All the grunting. Let's see. I gotta find the right circle shape here again. Oops. Doggone it. Wait. Oh, never mind. Where did sandstone? Yeah, that makes sense. Let's see. This goes, I think, one in. There. I'm gonna take this, this out as well, I think. And then let's grab what we have made here. The partial. Need more already. Do that. 1, 2, 3, and then it goes in by 2, I think, next. Oops, this way. And then in by... No, that's it. Is that it? Look at one of the other corners. 1, 2, 3... Yeah, that's it. This is sticking out further because it's the awning. Or the eave. Alright, so... I'll have to tweak that up there next, but for now this will be okay. Switch to line, just to make my life easier. Let's see, that needs to also be filled in. Can I stand on top of something here and fill that in? Yes, I can. Yes, I can. This goes... No, that should be windows. Apparently I didn't click properly. Or did I? Just there. Somehow I missed that one. Then I want to do a rectangle of windows. I'm out of blocks already. Wall. Line. I'm out of blocks again. This will be a column of windows. That is your gas station. Didn't I have that built last time? You can tell you've been pretty much hanging out at the oil field because you haven't seen it yet. It's our gas station. It was meant to look odd. Different style of architecture. And all that. There's turtles just chilling out here. Yeah. Yeah, Hexon. Yes. Hexon gas. I don't want to use this 15 here because that's where the store is pointed at. Oh, I have a crap ton more. Oh, thank God. I forgot that I had left some up on the second story. Okay, I feel much better now. I thought I was out of stone. I'm going to struggle in a minute, but no. No struggling here, folks. No struggling here. Alright, well that should seal us back in, hopefully? Apparently not. I need to finish this part of the wall here, though. Why are we not sealed in? Room has no ceiling at 611, 1124. Oh, I have a too wide doorway here. Duh. I need to patch up this doorway till I make. Yeah, there we go. Until I make some doors, which I should actually just do. And this room is good too. Yep. Okay, good. So these can all go back upstairs now. So, final thoughts about the eave. Should I do the single front eave or the double front eave? Necronomiconico. Uh-huh. Single eave or double eave? On the front. It seems like it might stick out too far. It kind of feels like it's sticking out too far to me. Like it's too much. So maybe we just do the single eave. Final thoughts? Is that your final answer? The double leaf looks kind of weird with the two knobs. The two knobs. I don't know what the two knobs mean. I have an idea for the single leave, though. For what to do with the single leave and this single tile right here. This can be the pillars that I mount those stupid things on. Yeah. I gotcha. Okay. And I do not disagree. Let's put this one here. You go here, you go here. Nope. Window. I click window. Game. So another thing to mention is that Eco released version 9.3 today. Well, I guess it was, depending on your time zone, could have been last night. Your time zone may vary. We have not upgraded the server yet to 9.3. There's at least one severely broken mod. And I haven't actually tested it either because of said severely broken mod. So, and time. Time is always an issue. And I haven't had any today. So, I probably will test it tomorrow. And for that reason, I almost considered not streaming. Let's do... Should we do the pillar? The column for the pillar for the thingy? Maybe. Let me put down one of these. I might want to do a little bit different here. Get too much. Much too much. Put back like 5 of those for right now. What if I did something like this? I don't know if this is going to look right or not without trying it. Well, I mean, I was going to still stream tonight. I was just going to stream DSP tonight and then do Eco on Saturday. But given that I need to have a hard out in like 20 minutes, and no, I don't like the look of that either, I don't think. Maybe put some pillars here just to see. Well, just to have them here first. Please, let me build pillar. Why you no build pillar on top of pillar? Oh, well, let me build it because of the stupid things here. Yeah. Alright, let me do... Place for the Wally to stand. And yeah, I felt like crap about missing those streams on over the weekend. Alright, so pillar for those, or should I do like a cube or something just like that block? And I'm not sure that I like the look of that either. I was kind of thinking that it would be a way to avoid having the roof draining onto the pillar, but it doesn't look right either. So I think I'll just take that out. Put it in normal. Just do it like that, I think. And I think those need to be shorter. They can be 1 or 2 blocks shorter, easily enough. Definitely one. Possibly two. Actually, let's check the second one first. Nope, can't be there. Okay. I want it to be as short as possible. So, however it looks. Yeah, the computer had other friggin' plans. Okay, there we go. I think the pillar looks good. I might even swap those pillars out for the sandstone, Ashlar sandstone pillars, just so they don't clash with the Ashlar limestone behind them as much. Maybe. Maybe. Alright, so let's take these out. Put in roof cubes here. Take all of this out. Yes, I know you're jacking with my store. I'm jacking with my store. All this in like this. I think no one is in the game to yell at me. That'll go there. This is going to be also an overhang here. I haven't decided how far I'm bringing the dirt forward. That might be all the further I come, though. So I guess I can just leave it there for now. And then we need to have this. I don't know if I have enough blocks for all of this. I may have to make some more. Because we did more fancy stuffs. Do I want it like this, or do I want that corner block in there? Like that. No, I think the slope block. Yeah, let's do it that way. Okay, and then we need to have 1, 2, it looks like 3 pillars over there. I don't have enough stone. Any more in the make? Nope, gotta make some more. I assume I have enough sandstone somewhere. Already mined? Oh yeah, plenty. NT. We are loaded with stones. I haven't decided how I want to set it up to where we can get up onto here long term. So I have to figure that part out yet. Is that 3 or is that 4? 1, 2, 3. It is 3. Nope. There you are. There. Okay, so this side is done. Oh, we need the pillar over here first. Grab some more. I think I'm gonna need some more. There we go. This side is done then. After that, oh, I forgot about the corner piece too. I may not be able to reach that on my own. Being able to jump. Did I get the right corner? I did. I did get the right corner. That'll go there. Nice. Gotta do this part right here. I'm just gonna jack with the store unless I do this in pieces, and I don't really want to feel like jacking with the store again, so I'm gonna do this in pieces. That might actually just jack with the store anyway. And the limestone just finished. Nice, good timing. It is not. You're lying. One other thing is that the pillar is now right there. So if I wish we had the underslope pieces here, we don't. So it's kind of open to the air. I could seal this off as a ceiling. Don't know what I want to do about that just yet. And then we just need to do those last couple of roof slope pieces here. And that part is done for now. There's one other sort of component to all of this. And that's that I'm actually going to put dirt up here on this floor. Or on this roof, I should say. Which is why the floor of the house is one block on top of the roof of the shop. I'm actually going to put dirt here in probably not all the corner, but like in through here and then kind of angle it out this way and at least have, well, maybe it'll go all the way out here. At least have one row of dirt in front of the house. It's kind of like a, and then I probably will put in some sort of a walkway. I don't know if the door is going to always be on that side or if I'm going to put the doors here in front. Putting them here in front kind of makes logical sense, but I haven't decided that far yet. So maybe. I'll also put them on the back side too. Alright, so let's go up here. This room also needs to get destroyed so that I can finish this floor. But I think what I want to do with that... I'm not sure what I want to do with it exactly. Let's see. Excuse me. I can't get up there without a ladder of some kind. I should probably put the ladder in anyway. Let's do a ladder, temporary ladder here alongside the building. And then I can do wall hokey pokey, yes. These are already up to level 2, so I need to do 3, 4, 5, 6, I think. I don't even remember. How high did I build this wall? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, one more. Can I do like this, or do I need to actually climb up there to do this? Eh. There, and then there. The grunting sound effects are nice too. More blocks. More blocks. And I guess I should have loaded up the blocks before I came up here. And I just managed to clip down into the lower room. Inexplicably. Let me add a couple more ladders here so I can get up onto the roof. Okay, ladder. Ladders in this game are a little derpy. Just a little. And then, where are we at? Wall? Yeah, so you have to fall down here. I guess I shouldn't have built the 2 courses, because it's not helping me any right now. You know what? I should do this as a rectangle. And do 2. At the same time. 2 birds with 1 stone. Oh, I'm hitting that lip. And that's what clipped me down below. It's too high. There you go. And my hammer just broke. Good timing, I guess. Because I can go get another one. I don't think Og has any more steel ones ready to go. So I might have to go over and visit Ontario. Actually, no, Og doesn't, because I just got this one sometime in the last day and a half, and he hasn't been on it in at least a day and a half, so. Yeah. Whoa. Bumped my mouse, and the game went berserk. Alright, now Ontario's sold out of steel hammers too, so if I need more, I'm going to have to switch to iron. It looks stupid with the old building sticking out of it like that, but I think it's going to look awesome once it's done. And like I said, it's only going to be like 60 and change tall, so it won't be imposing or anything. No, it's not. Let's go over here first. I have the stockpile here to serve as a transfer point up to that 2nd story. We actually don't have very much left. Yeah, there we go. Well, that's a bummer. I want to go mine some more limestone. But it'll be good timing to use this last bit that we have and basically call it at that point, I think. So, as you can see, I have a lot of work left to do. And I have a lot of new tools to sort of play with now with the stupid lip skid steer and whatnot. But I have a lot of work to do. I've only given myself a small project here with this building, so you know, what should I have left? Like 5, 13? That's what I said. Let's do the wall again. Here. Here. And 3 left is not even worth it. Okay, so that's going to be my sort of marching orders. Continuing here. Finishing this floor. Putting a lid on it, and then I can take this last 2 parts of this building apart, put all the furniture in 2 rooms that I make out of this floor, 2 temporary rooms, and then I can continue with the rest of the floors. This is the 2nd floor, and there's going to be a total of 8. So yeah, that'll be a little bit intense / impressive, I think, when it's done. What else do I have planned? It's something else that I wanted to say that I had planned. But that was the goal also for the frontage here. I don't know, those are out of the way enough. I don't think they clash with the Ashlar too much. It's really just getting rid of the ugly old building and replacing with the impressive new building. So I think we're going to wrap up here a few minutes earlier than I predicted, but it's a good place to stop because the next thing I need to do is go back into the limestone mine and do some digging and then set up some more limestone to the Ashlar to make out of limestone. But I'm going to run out of steel pretty soon, so I need to bribe Og into coming back, or I need to find some stuff. I need to bribe Ontario into coming back so that using some of the stuff that I've been selling him, so that I can get some more of his credits and buy some more of his steel. So either way, I need more steel in order to keep working, and that'll be the next goal. So let's find someone to raid. Is there anybody else live? Nobody live that I know. I don't think. Let's see. Nope, no one else is live that I can see here. So let's just maybe find somebody playing Eco at random and raid them. Let's see. There's a couple people. Yeah. So it's a quiet night, I guess. Alrighty, I think I'll just pick this person here at random, and we will raid them. Wait a minute. Did Bidley Bob just go live, or is my... He did. He just went live. Good timing. We're going to raid Bidley Bob instead, because we actually know what we're getting if we raid him, as opposed to a random person. So thank you guys for coming tonight. I'll be back again on Saturday with Dyson Sphere program. Maybe we'll make a rocket. Hey, Sequelama. Yeah, well, I'm stopping a few minutes earlier than normal, but yes, you're late a little. So we'll raid Bidley Bob. Looks like he's back at whatchamacallit, RimWorld, and we'll be back again on Saturday for Dyson Sphere program, and Sunday we're gonna have some kind of shenanigans that I'm not sure what that shenanigans is going to be yet. We're still talking about it, just like we were still talking about it last week when we didn't end up having it. So thank you guys for coming, and I will see you all on Saturday. Bye for now.